Welcome to this edition of the Route 422 Business Advisor Show. I'm your host, Patty Siegel, and Advertising Director of the Route 422 Business Advisor. We're here at 300 West High Street at Clark Industrial Supply with Dave Clark. Welcome, Dave. How are you today?
All right. How are you, Patty?
Very well, thank you. So, Dave, your father started the business in 1971. Is that correct?
Well, that was his first full year in business. He actually had started in 70, but he worked out of the house. And he moved into Limerick in 71 and actually formed Clark Industrial.
Excellent.
Later years, we went and made it a corporation.
Okay. When was that? About 1990s? You and your wife took over?
We took over in 92, basically, 1992.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. So you have a beautiful, extensive showroom here. Tell us a little bit about what you do. I know you deal a little bit with industrial equipment and performance fittings.
Well, our basically we're what they call a hose house. We do anything in hose and fittings. We're an Air Equip Premier Select in hydraulics. We also do the Air Equip Performance, which is all racing, street rods, that kind of stuff. We make all our hoses are custom made. We have very few stock hoses. I mean, you see some stock hoses hanging on the shelves in the back here, some brake lines, but we make those ahead of time and have them ready to go as the customer comes in, so they're standard length.
Okay, excellent. We just had the car show, correct, last weekend?
Yeah, there's a lot of car shows coming up, and
yeah.
it's good. There's a lot of we do a lot of performance products for the guys with fixing up their hot rides. We do a lot of race cars, dirt racing as well as drag racing. A lot of street rod people.
Okay.
They go and fix up the older cars, make them
Sure.
beautiful. I mean, some of the paint jobs, they glow.
Yeah, I bet. It's fun to see them on the road, too.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is. You see them, you remember them growing up, but you see them all fixed up and redone and back to the way they were.
Yeah, as a
It's
matter of fact, I
impressive.
saw a beautiful one on the road last night. So other than the car industry, what other industries do you service?
Well, we're mostly into the industrial manufacturing. We do a lot of hoses for manufacturers in the area, from Jersey to basically we cover out to the other side of the other side of Harrisburg.
Okay, it's a large area.
Yes, we cover from basically down as far below Westchester up into the northern area with the drillers and the oil fields and stuff like that. We do a lot of environmental hoses.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And then we in our hose and fitting line, we do air, water, discharge. We do a lot of environmental people, chemical hoses. We do flower hoses, gasoline drop hose.
Excellent.
So there's not a hose that you see out that you can't come here and get.
Okay.
And that's one of the things we try and pride ourselves in, is having the inventory to get the job done. When somebody comes here, they're looking for a hose, and 99% of the time they leave with a hose.
Excellent. That's good. Good to know. So that you're the place to go for any type of hose fitting. So do you primarily have the clients walk in, or do you go out to see
we have
them?
a sales force on the road. We do have a strong walk-in group. Like I say, people come here because they know they're going to get what they need. But we have a sales force on the road, selling all the time.
Okay.
Visiting customers, looking for new customers, helping existing customers.
Yep. Good. Good, good. So I hate to talk about competition because I'm sure you feel like you don't have any, like we all would like to feel that.
We got a lot of competition
Yeah.
in the area.
So tell us a little bit about what sets you apart, and are your products top of the line?
Just about all the products we use ourselves, whether it's from the K tool line, which is a tool line we have for wrenches, sockets, that kind of stuff. Most of it all has a warranty to it. You break it, we'll replace it.
Okay.
Our jack and jack line is a AFF. They're a commercial jack for the most part. Um, it's affordable enough for a homeowner to buy, you know, if they want a decent jack. But we use them ourselves, test the stuff out. We also do a lot of oil and oil products, grease, and that kind of stuff. And then we have other accessories that go along with the support of the hose and fittings.
Excellent, excellent. So I know you have a lot of walk-ins. So what are your hours of operation here at Clark Industrial?
We open up at 8 o'clock in the morning. We try and close down at 4:30. Gives my guys a half hour at night to get cleaned up,
Sure.
get ready for the next day.
Yep.
We continue to service customers through 5 o'clock. Sometimes we have people come in, you know, at 7. You know, they'll call and say
Oh,
they
you're
need
still
something.
here at 7. I love it. Yeah.
So I'll come in 7 in the morning, you know, meet them, you know, get them done, get them on their way. You know, we have a on-site service group that comes out. They can take the hose off, make it, put it back on.
Nice.
For, you know, people that are down in, you know, in the construction industry or something along that line. Even plants. I mean, we go in and do a plant turnaround where they'll shut a machine down. We'll completely re-hose it, and then take the hoses off, make them, put them back on, get them adjusted to the right lengths, right
Great.
fittings, and it's been very, very active here. A lot of people like that service.
Oh, sure. So you're big in the service industry as well, which is nice.
Well, we're basically a service, you know,
Oriented.
company.
Excellent. I know that you're also involved in the community here in Pottstown. You're a Tri-County Chamber member, is that correct?
Yes. We also
Yeah.
support, you know, the police officers here, which is a big part of our thing here, you know, supporting the local town itself. We support, you know, Little League teams, soccer teams,
Great.
and that kind of stuff. So we're part of the community, you know.
Great, great, great. Dave, do you specialize in any particular brands or lines here at Clark Industrial?
Yeah, our main hydraulic line is Air Equip. They've been around for probably over 60 years in the hydraulics. A very strong company, very reliable. They also do our performance fittings that we do. We only do the Air Equip line in performance. We have industrial hose, mostly by Thermoid, a U.S. manufacturer also. Very reliable. We try and stay away from the cheaper stuff. People, you know, cheap isn't always good.
Absolutely.
You know, it doesn't perform, it doesn't do the job. Whether it's hydraulics or anything else, you know, it's a decent hose, a good quality hose holds up and does better service in the long run.
Right. So you'd say you're middle of the line to the upper echelon when it comes to quality of products?
We're on the upper end
Good,
on
good, good.
most of our products.
Yeah.
We do some imported stuff. We watch what's imported and where it comes from. We're constantly looking at quality because I don't want to sell something that, you know, somebody's going to be unhappy with. And
Sure.
if we do, you know, we do hear about it. You know, we try and correct it. I mean, all manufacturing has a few defects here or there, but for the most part, we're pretty much defective free. As our employees are all trained in manufacturing and making of the hoses, which is very important. I have a very strong crew here, very reliable, which makes, you know, they're the ones here greeting at the counter and seeing the people, and that's, you know, important. You know, they learn the customers. So it you know, we're mostly a family-run business.
Great.
As I said, my wife and I own it. My 3 children work here.
Nice.
My nephew and my sister. So we do have 4 other employees that are very important, that have been with us for a number of years, and it's been a very good thing.
Great. So is there training involved? Like, let's say you get a new employee coming in. Is there training involved say like trade school, or is it on the job? How does that work?
Well, we do most of it. It's on job training. You know, our other employees are training the new person. Once they get a good year under their belt, it takes them a good year to year and a half to get their feet on the ground here with all the hose and fittings, and we
Could
do.
imagine, yeah.
The other thing we do is we send them out to Air Equip Training School. They're factory trained by the people at Air Equip. They learn the Air Equip way, which is basically what we're teaching them. So they know, what hose and fittings are, and they can actually tell the customer coming in. The customer will tell us what they want or what they're looking for in a hose, and we tell them basically what kind of hose they need, whether it's a high temperature hose or a 2-wire hose, a 4-wire hose.
Great, great.
The pressure ratings are different, temperature ratings are different, and we have a wide range of hoses to accompany to it.
Excellent. Where do you see the industry heading in the future? Do you see it kind of like staying where it's at, or do you see changes evolving?
It changes all the time in the hydraulics. I mean, they're increasing pressures. They're coming out more and more with different size pumps, different kinds of equipment. It's more and more of a challenge. The other thing, you have a lot of steel tubing. We bend and flare tubing here. So we're pretty much rounded out as a complete hose house. And like I said, when somebody comes here for a hose, they pretty much leave with what they came for.
And I'm sure you have a lot of steady customers.
We have a lot of steady, loyal customers. We meet a lot of new customers, and they, in time, become steady customers.
Excellent, excellent.
And it's we know a good bit of our customers. We know about their families, which, it's interesting hearing, their kids going to college or playing baseball or football or what's going on in their lives. And that's, sort of rounds the whole business out.
Yep, great. So we've got about a minute left. What would you like to tell your clients about Clark Industrial? Just
keep us in mind on your hydraulics, your air conditioning hoses. We appreciate the support of the community and the customers that come in. Without the customers, we wouldn't have a business. We appreciate our employees, because without the employees, we wouldn't have a business also.
Right.
So it's, it's a win-win all the way around.
Excellent. Yep, absolutely. Everybody's involved here. So give us your website, if you would, Dave, and your telephone number. We're here at 300 West High Street.
It's 301 West High Street, Pottstown, PA. Our phone number is 610-705-3333. Our website is clarkindustrialsupply.com. You can visit there, look at all we rep for and who we, what we do.
Thank you so much, Dave. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you for watching the Route 422 Business Advisor Show. To learn more, please contact me, Patty Siegel, at 610-323-6253, or you can check us out at 422bizmag.com. That's bizmag.com. Thank you very much.